Next, Teja.
Hello. Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, hi Teja. Morning.
Yeah, my name is Teja. I am working in Neosoft Technologies as a production support engineer, and I am from
Okay,
Bangalore.
okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so great. Anyone else? These are the one. Okay, okay, so that's great. So, are you able to see my screen? Is
Yeah,
visible?
sir. Yeah, sir.
Okay, okay. So, guys, anyone can tell me what you understand with Hadoop or big data? Okay, or you can tell it one by one if you know something. We'll start with Nikita. You know anything about Hadoop, big data? What is that actually? No idea. Shivam, you can try.
Yeah, big data means when we used to have uh, our calculations or evaluation in large amount of data, like terabytes of data or petabytes of data, then we
Hmm.
that is called big data. And Hadoop is just a technology to handle that type of data.
That's nice. Great. Simanchal, you have anything?
Yeah, so what I understood, big data is handled huge amount of data,
Great. Okay.
and this is about unstructured data, which is not handled by the structured database like Oracle.
Nice. Okay. Great. Hi, Ravi. Morning.
Hi, very good morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning. So, could you please tell me about yourself? What is your background and how actually you come to know about the Hadoop, about this particular course? Could you please give me a little bit idea?
Hi. Actually, currently I'm working, but I want to learn Hadoop big data. So
Okay.
actually, where I need to, but in my project also there in Hadoop. So this is the unstructured data. So it is supposed to use value of data conversion or something. So
Hmm.
I know a little bit only, not more than that, big data, but heard that lot of times from last 10 years. But uh, this time only I want to learn that Hadoop.
That's great. Okay. Teja, could you please tell me any idea about the big data Hadoop? What is that actually?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Teja.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Hello. Are you getting me?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, sir. Big data is a massive volume of both structured and unstructured data. It is difficult to process some using traditional techniques. Yeah, like that only. I know that. That's it.
Okay, okay. That's great. Okay.
Yes, one moment. Sorry for it. Actually, the big data is someone said, or a lot of friends or colleagues said, this is a big coding tool. This is a very hard tool. If you are learning these things, but you are unable to learn properly, so that is a very difficult subject. Someone said about this Hadoop. Is it right?
Okay.
Is it correct?
No, this is actually wrong perceptions. The thing is actually just a myth. The thing is actually the Hadoop is actually a terminology. The another thing is that about the Hadoop, it is actually very easy to learn. And even though if you are not familiar with any of the coding language also, you will able to program it. You will able to serve the data. You will able to handle those kind of data. That is what actually the beauty of this Hadoop. And main thing, they also know when they are designing, okay, that point of time also the people knows that the people doesn't know about the main programming language and how actually they are going to serve it. So there are the different modules are there whichever the module it is easy for you, you can choose it. If you want to go with the coding language that is a Java, then it is easy to you can go with that particular one. If you don't have any knowledge of the coding, and if you want to go with the SQL language, with the help of that there is another tool, you can go with that particular one. Even though if you don't have the knowledge of the SQLs also, there is another tool which is actually possible. You can use it and you can serve your data. So it depend on your what you can say the interest. Okay, you can choose your language and you can populate your data. So it's own way you can handle it. Okay, end to end, the main internal coding will run on the same way only. Clear?
Okay. Oh. But I'm not I don't know. I'm not a, I'm not coming
I
from that
understood.
Java background.
That is fine. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. In this particular course, we are going to touch all those areas which it is related to the Java, which is related to the SQL, and those people who doesn't know anything programming language, that is also we are going to touch it. Okay, and we'll explain each and everything to everybody so that everybody can try it and we can learn that particular part. So this course main
Okay.
agenda is actually to
Sorry to
yeah.
interrupt, sir. If you have idea about Python,
If you have an idea about the Python, that is actually PySpark module. So that is a different module, module number 2.
okay.
Okay.
You are including that one? Scala
Module
and
2
Spark
is
also
actually
there.
Scala and Spark is actually module 2. This is course is actually about the Hadoop. Spark is a different module. So that is
Oh,
another one. Okay.
oh, oh. Mhm. Okay, okay. Go ahead. Thank you.
Hi Sudipta. Could you please introduce yourself so that we can start our session?
Sir, my name is Sudipta Madhok. Am I audible to all of you?
Yeah,
Hello.
everyone. Yes,
Yes.
yes, you are
Yes, sir.
audible.
Yes, sir. My name is Sudipta Madhok. I am from West Bengal, and I have completed my computer application graduate from Kalyani University and postgraduate diploma from IGNOU. And that's all.
Mhm.
Currently, I'm a job seeker.
Okay. So how do you come to know about the Hadoop?
Well, for a few days, I am following Durgasoft in YouTube and
Okay.
just explored their website, and I found the codes that was enlisted there. So as I have knowledge in Java and SQL, so I
Mhm.
find the syllabus and I just want to take the demo.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Anyone
Hello?
have any questions? Yeah. Yeah, Teja.
Yes. Sir, how many days to learn big data, sir? And one more question I have. Daily, how many hours do you need to practice this big data course?
Okay, it's a good question. The question is actually about the how many times it will take to learn Hadoop.
Yeah.
See, I can tell you one thing, okay? It is not a time-based kind of thing that you will be expertise and all those things. It is depend on the experience, how much you are giving a time to Hadoop, or you can say any of the technology, okay? Let's suppose about the Hadoop, about this course, okay? If you're, I'm just rephrasing your question, how many times will take to complete this particular course? So coming to
Yes.
completion of this particular course, it will take a 1 month.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and coming to the daily basis or daily practices, it's depend on you how much you are
Okay.
practicing. If you are practicing very confidently or very peacefully manner for a 1 or 2 hours, then also it will
Okay.
be very grateful. But it should not be unjustified, like okay, you are giving a 1 hour and in between of that 10 minutes you are using Facebook or Insta or WhatsApp or something. So it is
Yes.
not like that. Give your full
Yeah.
concentration on the practice part or practical part. Either it will giving you a 1 hour or 2 hours, it depend on you, but you need to
Oh,
give a full concentration over there. Okay,
okay, sir.
whatever the practicals part and whatever the things we are doing, okay, that you need to practice it, then definitely you will be able to answer for your interview part. Coming to the
Okay.
level of your actually experience and all, as of now you will be a training part, okay, you will be a trainee. So the people, okay, if you are going to show them that you just learn it, then they will ask you the basic questions. But if you are going to show them that you have experience with the 2 years or something, then you have to work more on it. Because number of student of mine, they actually convert their own experience. Let's suppose they have experience of 4 years in some other technology,
Okay.
and but they want
Okay.
to make it like 2 years of experience as a Hadoop developer. Then they have to practice it more, and they have to show them that yes, I do have a 2 years of experience as a working experience. Understood? So first you need to just
Yeah.
go through with the course and parallelly just do a practice, and then only you need to see that where actually you are.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
After completing this course, we are eligible for interviews, right?
Definitely you will be
How
eligible
much package
in between
we
of
will
it.
expect, sir? Depending on Hadoop technology.
Each and everything it will be covered in the next slides. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we'll start. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can ask the other questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry to disturb you. So I have one question.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, yeah, actually, can we learn parallelly with Spark and Scala?
Parallelly you can learn it, but actually don't give a hustle on that if you don't know Hadoop. Hadoop is actually a base one. Okay. If you learn the Hadoop, then it is very easy for you to understand this part. That is the things actually. And if you try to hustle, go for the Hadoop and go for the Spark also, then it will be a confusing. But right now, for this particular session, I will recommend you first complete your Hadoop, then go for the Spark.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. And the another thing, okay, I'm not instituting to each and every person that yeah, you should go with only Hadoop and only Hadoop. Okay. If you are available and there is a time slot with you and the trainer, definitely you can try for this Spark. The reason I'm telling you, because most of my candidate or student, what is that problem they have, they will attend both of the sessions, and then what will happen, there will be a no time for them for the practice part. So it will be end up with the course completions only, and the practical will be left over there. Understood? So it depend
Yeah,
on
got
your
it.
timing. It depend on your timing. It depend on your interest. You can try it if you do want. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's start about the session. Okay, what is that Hadoop actually? What is that big data? Everybody, okay, whenever you are searching, it is mentioned like Hadoop big data session, Hadoop big data courses, Hadoop big data job profiles, and all those things. Why actually it is coming in the same name as a Hadoop or big data? Are the both of the names are same, or what is that actually? First, we'll understand what is that big data. Okay, as you able to see here, I had just mentioned big data, and in this particular life cycle, I had mentioned there are the number of site you can say, or the type of the data. As you can see here, so some graphical or share kind of data, some computerized data are there. Okay, and some of the data like a chat or security related and cloud based data, which is actually connected with your mobiles and all those things. It's been whatever the data you are able to see in the world or in the market, it is actually a big data only. Okay, it might be a smaller set of the data, it might be a bigger size of the data. So let's come about the what kind of data is actually big data. As the name said, data which is in a size of bigger one, or you can say that size of the data is little big. What actually we are comparing, so we can say that this is big data. The thing is actually we have a traditional database system. What is that traditional database system? The traditional database system, which is actually meant to be handle the RDBMS system, or you can say the structures data. What are the tools actually? The SQLs, Oracle, Teradata, Greenplum. These are the tools actually which use or which serve for the traditional database system, or you can say the structured database system. So these kind of system is actually unable to handle those big data. It's been beyond the storage and beyond the processing limit of these traditional database system. Then those kind of data is actually comes under big data. Clear? Any question? Any doubt in this particular definitions? Clear. Now, the next thing is actually what is that Hadoop? Hadoop is actually solutions. Hadoop is actually terminology. Hadoop is actually technology which is actually serve or handle this kind of data, which is very smoother, very faster manner comparatively to our traditional database system. Okay, so Hadoop you can say is a solution, and big data is actually problem for the world. So how actually we are going to handle it? So what happened when the Hadoop system design? Previously, we were using the traditional database systems only. So there is a point limit came then where actually the people not able to handle those kind of data. Then only Hadoop got introduced. Clear? What is that date actually? Who designed and all those things will cover in this particular courses. Okay. Till now it is clear. Any doubt on that? Okay. Next question. Okay, so let's suppose if I learn this Hadoop course, or you can say the Hadoop Big Data course, what will be the job profile I will get it? Or the another question I can tell you. So let's suppose if I'm completing this particular course, what is that job profile which I will look forward in Naukri.com or any other job portal sites? These are the names actually you can see over there. So as per your experience, as per your practice, as per your interest, you can choose your profile. So I'll tell you some of them which is mentioned here. The first one is actually Hadoop developer. Hadoop developer, people who develop the main codes, whatever it is written either in SQL, either in Java, or either the big programming language. Understood? What is that Hadoop architect people? Hadoop architect people who have a more and more experience about the internal thing, how actually Hadoop works, what is that agenda of this particular business, what is that product knowledge, what is that instrument required, how many clusters required. It's mean each and everything he knows. Architect mean he can know each and everything end to end. So those people call that the Hadoop architect people. So these actually profiles comes after a 5 to 6 years or maybe more experience. Then only this kind of profile will be suitable for you. The next one, the big data engineer. Big data engineer, you can say those people, some of the profile or some of the companies used to take it, the developer also as a big data engineer, and basically it is meant to be a support engineer. Let's suppose as a developer, somebody A is a developer who developed this particular code, and there is a B who is going to handle or serve those particular coding system. It's mean day to day he have to monitor it. If any kind of issue happen, need to resolve it and try to find the RCA. If he is able to solve it, then it is fine. If it is not, then he have to raise it to developer who designed this particular entire system. Understood? But again I'm saying in India it is a different role. Some of the people who is a developer also and who is an engineer also, so these profiles is the same profile. Some of the company or some of the profile wise, the company, sorry, the name is data scientist. Who are data scientists? Scientists have a more knowledge in the data side. They can use the number of way to design those particular tools, or you can say the product. So have a more knowledge, a more experience in the development side. Those people call as the data scientists. Data analysts also be a same kind of things. There's those have a very good knowledge on those particular data wise and that particular product wise. So people can become a data analyst, or you can say the data scientist. So again, these profiles, whatever the profiles it is mentions here, it is depend on the company requirement. Some of the places you will find all of those in a one profile itself. Okay, but some of the people have a separate one as it is required. The last one, it is actually DevOps. What is a DevOps actually, or you can say the Hadoop application developer? So those people, after developing this particular code, there is a person who require to automate entire system to end to end how actually it is going to run it, how we are going to interact or how we are need to handle it if it is get failed, how to monitor it, at what time need to trigger, what is that actually trigger point and what is that actually end point, once it is get successful need to share a mail or what is that actually. So these kind of things need to be done by the DevOps people. So this particular profile name as called Hadoop application developer, or either people say Hadoop DevOps. Okay, nowadays the another one also Hadoop QA people. So those person have a knowledge of QA or experience in the QA side and have experience or knowledge of Hadoop, they can go for the Hadoop QA profiles. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Last one, as you can see here, business intelligence people. So those have a knowledge in the business side and they want to be a managerial role, and they should sounds what is that Hadoop, how actually Hadoop works, and they need to understand what actually the developers are doing, what is that DevOps are doing, what is that QA are doing, each and everything they have to maintain it. So those peoples come under that particular part. And also in the another hand, they used to take the requirement from the client, or you can say the users, whatever the demands are there. On the basis of that, what is that tools we need to design, what is that requirement are there, what are these people handle it. Okay, any doubt in this particular one?
No, sir.
Okay, next thing about the development part. Okay, how actually we need to work on the job title we had already tell to you that what is that job titles. Okay, coming to the company, most of the company, whatever the company you will able to see in the naukri.com or LinkedIn, they have a profile as a name which I mentioned earlier. Okay, and the question somebody has asked me what is that salary. So before of that you need to understand what is the reason to changing this particular profile. The main reason is actually basically a main reason is actually financially. People want to earn a more, okay, whatever they are getting right now as a in hand. That is the main agenda. So to be frank, I'll tell you the main thing about that particular one, you will able to get it here. The reason behind this is the topmost one in the job search. If you search in the portal that top 10 IT job service, or you can say the top 10 IT jobs, you will get this one in the top one. Okay, so that's why you will get the more salary. But salary wise it is actually more comparatively to all other technology. Either if you are a simple Java developer, but you will not get that much of salary. The reason behind, there are the number of people as a Java developer. You should have something add-ons like Hadoop with Java, then it will be very good. Hadoop with something, then it will be very good. Understood? Coming to the career growth and the job securities. The career growth, more you learn, more you practice, more you have a knowledge and experience, you will get the more salary. I'm not saying in the same company. In same company, it depend to their appraisal cycles. But if you are switching to the company, not frequently, definitely you will get a very handsome salary or the package compensations. Okay. And coming to the job security, I can challenge you. None of the people can fire you that say that okay, there is a no profile available, there is a no openings in the current company wherever you are working. Let's suppose somebody has mentioned Capgemini or any other. Most of the cases it is happening to the service-based company, but for this particular profile, it will never going to happen. It will always be a profile open over there. Either it will be a service-based company or either it will be a product-based company. So you don't have to worry about the job security. So once you learn this particular one, you will have a good place, you can say the right audience on that particular part. Coming to the another things about the right audience, is it required to be have a very good knowledge in Java? It is required to be have a very good knowledge in SQL or some other tools and all? That is not really required. What required is actually concentration. You have to practice it more, you have to learn it, then you will able to handle it. Okay. In continuation of that particular one, what is that prerequisite is required to start this particular course? To start this particular course, you need your concentration, your laptop, and your time. That is more important, nothing else. Clear, guys? Now, coming to the use cases, or you can say the real-time example, or you can say the profiles where we people can learn it. So whatever, as I mentioned in earlier slide, that wherever you will see, there are the openings for the Hadoop developer or any of the Hadoop engineer profiles. Okay, in the finance sector, security laws sectors, government sector also, retailer sector, and the number of it. You can tell me any of the name, I'll tell you what is that profile and what kind of works they are doing. Let's suppose if I say that a banking sector, okay, which is mentioned as the finance sector. So all the banks, they are using this Hadoop technology, and they are using the Hadoop developer, DevOps profile, or you can say the data engineer or Hadoop engineer profiles. And securities laws and this particular one areas also we have the openings. So it depend to the particular company wise. Government sector, there are the number of it like IRCTC. The another one is that Indian Railway, and the another one is the Aadhaar card. But it depends how actually they are handling. Most of the cases, in my experience, I noticed that the government sector is actually give the particular project to some of the service-based company like Infosys. In India, I'm saying. I'm not saying about the world. I'm just saying about the India because we are concentrating about the openings of India. Okay. So how actually they work? They go for the Infosys, TCS, or either the IBM. Why actually they are not you going for the outsider of the India? The reason because this security reason. They want to be into the Indian companies, and it is not like that the overseas companies are not actually be a part of it, like Accenture, Capgemini, and the L&T. So this is depend on those particular people or depend on the project profile or the tender how actually they are handled. Most of the cases, as per my experience, I heard and seen those kind of projects. Okay, coming to the retailer, so there are the number of company you heard about, that Walmart, Tesco, uh, like Megamart and all those, right? So these kind of outsider, you can say the overseas company, they are actually using this technology to handle or serve those data, and futuristic how actually they are going to handle. So some kind of advertisement how they are going to maintain and all those things, it is handled by this Hadoop system. So the number of example, okay, if I'm going to count it, it will be a complete a day only. Okay, any doubt? Okay. Now, to answer this, what is that Hadoop? So before of that, we need to understand the differences about the traditional database system and the Hadoop. Why actually people moving forward, or you can say that go forward to the our Hadoop technology rather going to the traditional database system. These are the main points, you can say the 7 major points. Because of that, people are moving towards the Hadoop system. And you will also can answer it, yes, that is the reason that people are moving into the Hadoop technology. The first one is actually the storageations. What is that storageations? Anyone have idea? storageations and processing. Anyone have any idea? Okay, I'll tell you. Yes, data center, you can see. I'll tell you. The main basic agenda is actually in the low level. I can say that when we are ingesting any data to any of the tools, okay, either it will be a traditional database system or either it will be a Hadoop, but it is related to a data part. So ingestion part or the storing part, it is actually coming the storageations operations. Okay, and yes, it is required the data center to store those kind of data. Processing is nothing but whatever the data we store in our system or in our data center or into our system.
Hello, am I audible? Anyone please confirm?
There is no interaction from Ali sir.
Yeah, I also think so because from last 2 minutes I'm not hearing anything.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible, guys?
Yeah, now you're audible, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, you are now audible.
okay, so what I was saying that about the Parallel processing, right? Where we miss?
Storage operation.
Storage operation you were telling, sir.
Okay, so yeah, storage operation about that particular one. So let's suppose if I'm taking a single person, it is called the serial processing, or you can say about the server wise, one server is handling that particular task. It is called the serial processing. When we engage number of system or number of people, that kind of process is actually called, or the operation is called the parallel processing or the parallel storageization. So what actually Hadoop mean to be that it will engage a number of system. It depend on your cluster size, and you can get your result in faster manner comparatively to the legacy systems. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the hardware side, okay, what is that actually the legacy system or the traditional database systems are using? So you heard about these kind of hard drive, RAD, SAN, NAT. Legacy system is nothing but the older system, or you can say the traditional database system, which I mentioned, that SQL, Oracle, Teradata, Greenplum, Netza. These are the systems, are older system, which is meant to be run for RDBMS or the structures data only. That is actually called legacy system. Okay, so you heard about that RAD, SAN, NAT, this kind of hardware configurations. Anyone? Any idea of it?
Mm.
Okay, so if you heard about that, if you notice that, and if anybody have got the chance to go to any of the data center, then you have noticed that it is actually a rack base, a sliders wise. Okay, so these are very costly one. So if I'm just take about the one of the 256 GB of this particular hard drive, the another hand you will get the commodity hardware of the Hadoop 4 GB to 6 GB on the same price of it. So why should we go with this particular one? Sorry, 4 to 5 terabyte, not the GB. Sorry, TB you can get it. The reason behind these systems are very costlier comparatively to the commodity system. What is that commodity systems or the servers? These are the server is actually or mainly designed for Hadoop, because Hadoop requirement is number of system. You can use a 5,000 server at a one point of time in Hadoop. You can use a thousands also. You can use n number of systems as per your requirement for your project or your the company wise. Okay. The another main reason is about the software. Whatever the software we are using in our traditional database system are license based. So you have noticed like in your Windows also or any of the application, it's require subscriptions key. The same way for these kind of servers, the traditional database system servers is required the subscription key when they are installing in the first point of time. Either it will be a basis of tenure basis like a 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, that kind of things, or either it will be depend on the our size of the data. What is the size of the data? On the basis of that we need to pay the amount to those company. Let's suppose I'm using the Oracle servers, so Oracle server subscription we need to give that. What is that subscription price are there? On the basis of that we need to give it. So that is actually pricing wise, that is actually paid services or paid softwares. The another hand, the Hadoop, it is actually not require any license. It is a free software. Why and what is the reason behind to be a free software? We'll see in tomorrow's session about that. Coming to the data types. See, this traditional database system is actually only use the structured data. What is that structured data? Anyone can tell me? Any idea? Table in RDBMS. Okay. Anyone else? I'll tell you. The structured data, whatever we are able to see normally, like this alphabets, or you can say any of the normal characters, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, that is called our character, char, or string. Okay, these kind of data types, normal data types, which is actually handled by the structured database system, that is called structured data, like int, double, float, boolean, these kind of thing, which is easily handled by our system, that is called structured data systems. But what is that Hadoop is giving? Hadoop, as I mentioned earlier, it can handle the big data. It means the size of this structured data, if it is got increased, then our traditional database system fail to handle it. Okay, the another thing is that the data type side, they are able to handle like audio data, video data, graphical data. So those kind of data is actually called unstructured data. The combination of both of the data structure and the semi structure, sorry, structure and unstructured data, that is called semi structure, like YouTube data, Facebook data, Instagram data, Twitter data, so that is called semi structured data. Data warehouse is actually a term where we are keeping or dumping or storing our data. Big data is nothing but it is actually size about it. That's big data. That is the data. Warehouse is nothing but where we are keeping our data. It could be a traditional database system warehouse also, or it could be our Hadoop data warehouse also. Understood? So warehouse is nothing but where we are dumping our data, and big data is nothing but the term which we call about the data size, or you can say the data which I have mentioned that beyond the storage and processing of our Hadoop system. Clear? Now, what is that mirroring? Anyone have any idea? Somebody has mentioned have a knowledge of SQL, right? Somebody has told. What is that mirroring? Okay, I'll tell you. What is that mirroring actually, or as I mentioned a term, the backup. So let's suppose you have a mobile, okay, and in your mobile there are the number of datas are there. Yesterday night you had noticed that you have that particular mobile is working fine, and then tomorrow morning or today you had noticed that your mobile is actually shut down and you are not able to access your mobile, and there are the precious datas are inside, so you don't have any backup, then it will be a very problem for you. So if you are worrying about your mobile data, just think about that the company wise, if they have a data yesterday night till yesterday night there are the datas are available, and tomorrow morning what will happen, the entire set of the data will vanish in a night only, then it is very difficult or problem for any of the organization. So what their security purpose, they will take those particular data as a backup of it. In older system or legacy system or the traditional database system, what they used to do, they used to use the terminology that is called mirroring. Mirroring is nothing but whatever the data we are saving into our master server, that the same data we are going to save into the another server. So these server, let's suppose the first server or the primary server get down because of some reason, like a physical disaster or anything happened to the my data center, a warehouse, then these secondary server become as a primary server and act as a our main server, and we are able to achieve or access our data. So that is called mirroring. So it's mean because of data loss or the any kind of issue will not get or impacted with loss of the data. Clear? But in this particular one what happened, so whatever we have to invest or engage the number of server, it will be a same like into our backup systems also. Let's suppose about the license part also, you cannot copy the same license to the new server or the secondary server, that need to be a newer one. So it's mean whatever the estimate or the cost we are investing to my primary server, the secondary server also be require the same. Let's suppose my project or my business require 1000 terabyte, so the backup also 1000 terabyte need to be prepared. Understood? So the cost of these budget, or you can say that particular project will get increased, or you can say the double, exactly double of it. Coming to the another hand, in the Hadoop side, the replication factor, we use the term that replication factor. What is that replication factor? We'll see in detail in the our Hadoop architecture. So first, what is that actually? So Hadoop actually introduced this term, that replication. So while storing the data into our system, on the same point of time, they will replicate our data. Okay, how they are replicate and what is that way of replicating, these things also will cover it. But the thing is actually it is an inbuilt feature. It does not actually require a number of extra servers. It is stored into our same cluster itself. And how actually it get called if one of the server get fall down or something happen, that we'll see in our architecture chapter. Coming to the cost wise, it won't increase in the number of money, or you can say the cost wise. It just need to be increased the number of servers. Okay, what is that number of servers we are engaging, and how actually I had mentioned this, not more than $5 to $6 million, okay, as a cost of it. In the another hand, it is completely double. How actually, we'll see those particular things also. Any doubt? Okay, so now whatever we have seen, okay, whatever the things are there, we are concluding in this particular point. So after using this Hadoop, our main agenda is actually to serve this kind of data. But before of it, we need to understand how actually this data is generating. So there are the number of sector, or there are the number of area or endpoint which is actually generating these kind of data. Either you can say the retailer, consulting, air transportation, construction, food products, there are number of it. So let's suppose if I'm taking our air transportation, if you notice that the before of 2008 or earlier, if you want to book any of the ticket, you have to rush up to the ticket counter of the airport. You don't have the facility to book your ticket online. Now you have a facility, you can book your ticket from your Bangalore for a Dubai or Hong Kong or anywhere. There is a no problem. You don't have to rush up to Bangalore airport to book your ticket. Now you can book the ticket from anywhere to anywhere. The same thing is for the railway also, or for anything. Either it will be a hotel or anything. Now everything it is on your hand only. Either it will be in mobile or either in your laptop. So that is actually possible with the help of our big data or Hadoop. Any of the tools, whatever the tools, you are able to see that it is actually using these kind of technologies only. This Hadoop or big data is lies under three V's, or you can say the four V's. The first one is actually volume. Okay, what is that volume actually? On the daily basis it is generating. Okay, before of our this Hadoop, we are not generating that number of data, because we don't have the number of sources, a number of requirements are there. Now it is, there are the number of it. How actually, we'll see that particular one. Okay, so as you can see here, on the daily basis, 3500 petabyte of the data it is generating by the North America on the daily basis, and the Europe also generating this 2000 petabyte of the data. And like number of continentals are there, they are generating the data. It's depend on their requirement, on the basis of their, the people are using and generating those data. And there are the number of sectors which is mentioned into the values, which is a part of it. Coming to the varieties of the data, there are the number of varieties. Among of it, that people to people communication. Let's suppose if I'm communicating to you via whether via chat or voice, that is a kind of data generating. Okay, if I'm storing those particular data, then it is be a part of data only. And if it is just only for a use of it, then it is just a streaming data. Coming to the people to machine communication, let's suppose if you are communicating to a machine and responding with some data. Let's suppose if I'm typing in the Google that give me Taj Mahal videos, then it is, I'm just communicating to the machines. Okay, so those kind of data is it already stored, I'm just processing that kind of data. Machine to machine communication, let's suppose there is a systems are already designed like a share market data, or big you can say the Bitcoin data or any kind of things. It is only automatically calculating and giving you the result on the daily basis. That is a machine to machine communication, or any kind of sort of application. Automated applications are designed where the machine and machine are communicating to each other. Velocity. And if you notice that people who had used the older systems, previous mail system, okay, before of 2006 I'm saying, or 2008 I'm saying, the times taking or consuming to send one mail, it is taking a longer time. Now you will send a mail within a second. It's just depend on your click of your button. Okay, now within 1 second, the people are getting, or the company of the any of mail web server, they are getting 2.9 millions of the mail. It depend on their servers. The videos, we can upload it, we can download it, huge amount of the data, or huge amount of data we can store it. Okay, you can see here in a minute we can upload it 20 hours of video. It depend on my internet speed. I'm not saying that you have a 10 MB internet speed and you are trying to store it, and then later you say, sir, you had mentioned that in 20 hours of video I can upload it in 1 minute. So it's mean that depend on your speed. I'm saying it's not depend on the server speed. Server can store it. Okay, it depend on your internet speed, how actually you are serving it. The same way, it any of the tools or any of the applications you are able to see in the world, it is running with the Hadoop only. Clear, guys? Now coming to the Hadoop distribution. What is that distributions actually? Distribution is actually is which actually a tool which is used this kind of technology, Hadoop, all the tools, and with the help of that will serve a platform, you can say, which is actually easy to handle it. Okay, there are the two segregation. One is the cloud based and the another one is the in premises based, the non-cloud one. Coming to the first cloud one, the cloud one, most popular one is actually AWS and the Microsoft Azure. IBM also coming in this particular part. In the future, we'll get that particular one also. So these actually will provide you the cloud base. It's mean, let's suppose I'm a startup company. I don't want to store it in my server wise. Okay, I don't want to procure any server, install it, provide any Hadoop admin people and all those things. I just want to use that particular service. So I can pay amount for that one. Either it will be a yearly basis, or either it will be a hourly basis, a monthly basis. It depend on my requirement. Okay, so AWS or Microsoft will charge for that. Cloudera is actually distributions. We'll learn about that, how actually those particular teams, okay, whatever the tools we are going to use inside of it. That is what actually use. So in Cloudera, how actually we are going to start any of the systems, what is that nodes need to be start, how to run that particular one, how to monitor that particular one. That is what actually we'll see. So that is what I'm explaining about the distribution. The Cloudera, Hortonworks, and MapR is actually in-premises system. These systems are actually used into a server based. It's mean those company don't want to keep their data, or they want to have privacy of those particular data. They don't want to keep it in these kind of company like AWS or Microsoft. They want to keep it into their own premises. It's mean these data center are owned by that particular company only. Let's suppose there is a XYZ company, and that is maybe a competitor of Amazon, and they don't want to keep it that particular data in their server. They want to keep it in their own premises. Then they can go with the in-premises systems that actually segregated with this help, with the help of this particular one. Most of them people are using either the Cloudera or either Hortonworks. So in your job profile, or if you are searching about the Hadoop developer profile, it is mentioned, or it will be mentioned like, if somebody have a good knowledge about the distribution, then mention what distribution you had worked. So it is just nothing but the tools what actually you are able to handle it. That's it. Clear, guys? Okay, so this is about our demo sessions. Tomorrow we are going to cover what is that Hadoop, and why actually Hadoop is required to come in the market, who developed this particular one, what is that company name, why actually this one developed, and after developing that, what other things happen. Okay, these kind of things we are going to cover. And after that, in the next session, we are going to cover about the Hadoop architecture. Coming to the course content and all those things, you can connect to the DurgaSoft. They will help you about the course contents. Okay. Once you are satisfied with the demo sessions, we'll ask for the registrations for this one. Not today. We'll go with the 1 and 2 sessions, and then you can decide it and you can tell to the organization. Any doubt? Anything now?
So thank
Guys,
you.
now you can unmute it. Yeah. You can tell me any questions, anything that's coming in your mind related to this particular part of the things which we covered, or anything else. Fees, okay. That particular things need to be clear by the DurgaSoft. They had already mentioned to you, or if it is not, you can connect with them and they can tell you. Okay. Any questions?
Sir, distribution means Hadoop software is given by different organizations. Is that mean?
I'll tell you the things actually. So let's suppose if I'm going to use these tools, okay, whatever the tools we are going to use, I'll show you these tools. One second. These are the tools actually. Okay. So if I'm going to take one of the tools, these all tools, whatever it is mentioned in this particular picture, it is actually free tools. So these tool I have to download it from that particular website, this Apache dot, let's suppose Apache dot hbase slash download. You will get the latest tarball, you can say, or the executable file. Need to be installed into your server, configure it, whatever the server name and all those things, you need to configure that. Okay, again if you are choosing another one, let's suppose the Hive, then again you need to download that tarball, again install it, give the server name, what is that master node, data node, and everything you need to mention it, and then go for the next server software. So that whatever the softwares are there, each and every software you have to manually install it. But the company, what actually they use the distribution have a like a pack, like you can say the OS pack. You have that like Windows 10 or Windows 7. You just install it directly. Each and everything it is internally in the background. It is just installing and configuring everything. Correct. You don't have to install the you can say the Microsoft Office of like a media player or anything manually. It is automatically in the bundle, right? Automatically it is installing each and everything in a one shot only for you. Later you need to mention your all the servers detail, and automatically they will configure it for that one. So that is called distributions.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. So you don't have to manually install those software. It is come on the bundle itself. That is called distribution.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Anything?
Yeah. How many demonstrations we are going to have?
Coming to the demo session, this is not as a demo, it is just a continuation. So first session, it is I mentioned as a demo. What is that Hadoop? Tomorrow, it is a continuation about the Hadoop part only. How the Hadoop came, that history about the Hadoop.
All right.
Okay. The third session, it is actually about the Hadoop architecture, how the Hadoops works, why actually we people call as the parallel processing, how actually it is faster, how actually it is handling the data, all those particular sort of questions we are going to handle in the third session. So this is just a continuation of course only.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It means tomorrow it is not the same session which we had done today. If you want to see or you want to watch it, you will get it in YouTube itself, or you can connect to the team. They will help you about that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Any other question, guys? Okay, so I think we are done with the today's sessions. Tomorrow we'll meet 8:30. Okay, and we'll start the continuation of this particular course. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.